KZ end up with a -5 in a minute?
Hard 30 tonight.
First of all, I don't believe in numbers.
Don't get fooled. Grab a drink, because this is hangover time.
Welcome. Heat lose. Whatever. We're using the hangover time intro because I'm hosting this shit and I don't know how to use all this newfangled shit. I don't even know how to play the intro music. There's no video for the intro music anyway. Me and Kyle have just been staring at each other really fucking weird. Anyway, I am Alf954, aka Alphonse Sydney. Welcome into the Miami Heat Beat post-game show. If you're watching on YouTube, bless your heart. It's late on a Saturday night. You should be doing anything else, but thank you. So should me and Kyle. We should be doing anything fucking else. Especially, I did not sign up for an overtime game. But if you're watching on YouTube, hit that like button. Please subscribe to the channel. If you're watching live on Twitch, we love you as well. Send your bits, subscribe, all that good shit. We love you as well. And if you're listening to the podcast tomorrow morning, bless your heart. You are the reason we make money. Anyway, to this game. Kyle.
Oh, man.
I didn't even want to call you Kyle because I was mad that Kyle Anderson played the entire overtime when the Bucks were big as shit, and we have a 7-footer just sitting on the bench. I mean,
man, listen, I have a list of grievances. I got a list of grievances. Number one, the Bucks got whatever they wanted at the rim, and Ware is sitting there in warmups. I don't understand why. We've talked about this. I don't know what, like, Spo has games where you're like, this man is a genius, he's brilliant. And then you have games where you scratch your head and ask if he hit his head or something. Why do you not play with size? Why did we go to a 3-guard rotation? Why? Like, for the love of God, why? Why did we go to a 3-guard rotation?
Listen, Kyle, and we're doing a hard 10 tonight, maybe 12. Listen, they lost. They didn't have their 2 best scorers. They lost to a better team. That's fine. But I am so fucking tired of whoever closed the fourth quarter plays the entire fucking overtime.
I hate it.
Like, it's such bullshit. It is so fucking bereft of any creativity, any imagination, any fucking situational awareness. Like, you had Brook Lopez and Giannis on the floor. Why are we out there with Bam and Kyle Anderson? Like, and Kyle Anderson played a good game. Bravo to you. Now sit on the fucking bench. Pella couldn't hit the broadside of a fucking barn.
I don't know why Pella was out there.
He was guarding AJ Green. It's not like he was D'ing up. It's not like he had some fucking crazy defensive assignment. And then people on Twitter are mad at me because, like, with 4.5 minutes left in the overtime, I'm like, yo, Ware, Highsmith, Duncan, none of these guys can get any run. And apparently Duncan comes in, misses a layup. Like, they're already reeling at that point. They're already down. Like, the momentum is all on the Bucks side.
Exactly.
Now you're bringing in Duncan to bail you out. That is not who that man is, right? And people are like, Alf, you were wrong. Duncan shouldn't have played. Are you fucking stupid?
No, he kept them in the game.
Bro, like, Duncan, and someone was like, he shouldn't have played the entire second half. What are you, dumb? Do you even watch the fucking games? Like, what are, like, and then I'm just so frustrated with the fact, like, Pella, I love Pella. I love that kid. But he could not make a shot.
No offense.
Nothing.
So if you aren't getting offense from him, right, then you go with size. You have a lob threat. You have somebody who can put something back on the off the boards. Instead, he just decided to play like nobody that can get a rebound.
Nobody can get a rebound.
A lineup with Pella, Davion, and Alec Burks is the craziest thing I think I've seen. Why would you do that? Like, one of the two is I just don't get it. I don't understand.
Daniel in the chat points out those guys also lost the lead. Like, it's not like, dude, it's not like that lineup like raced an 8-point deficit and you're like, go ahead, I reward you with the entire overtime. Like, dude, it's not even like, it's just not even a fucking like, where's Haywood Highsmith at that point? Where's Khalil Ware when they got Brook Lopez and Giannis and you got Kyle Anderson out there? Like, dude, like, we've been playing so smart. The rotations have been so on point, and we just completely went brain dead again.
I would have preferred it, like, just that last play. I'm not knocking even Duncan, but at least if you have Haywood on that last play where Porter makes the layup, you have defense. I think he's the one who makes the rotation, and there's that's a stop, not a shot.
Well, even the
Brook Lopez the reason they lost, guy. We're not going to stay here, but the refs were absolute garbage.
They were terrible.
Garbage. I don't know if y'all have gotten a chance to look at the differential, but the Bucks had 29 free throws to the Heat 16 for the whole night. Giannis had 14 attempts at the line by himself.
So Cameron H in the chat says, once again, Spo gets obsessed over small ball. Yeah, like we went back to the small shit with this obsession with these like non-athlete. I like Kyle Anderson just fine. But like this obsession with these like non-athletic, like weird tweeners, like get the fuck out of here. Like match size for size. Like it was working all game. Brook Lopez was in foul trouble all game. And all of a sudden now we just bailed them out at the end of the game. Well, thank you for Cameron for the super chat. A bunch of people are blaming Duncan Robinson, which fucking blows my mind.
I don't understand why they would do that. Because how do you blame him?
Because he got put in with a minute left to try to salvage a fucking game that's both sold.
And you know what, Alf? The game turned, and I said this because I was just on with Eternal. I just saw it ticked me off. Burks hits like the last 3 shots. And after he hits those 3 shots, Spo does the curse Steph Curry thing, where a player is has hit the last few shots, and instead of continuing to play them, they pull him out. So he pulls him out, and by the time Burks gets back in the game, he's not in rhythm anymore. No. I just do not understand that coaching decision. Like, I don't get it. Like, what was he thinking?
Burks was out of rhythm. Duncan's out of rhythm. You got Pella out there who was really like, listen, like I said, I love Pella, but like at the end of the game, when you don't have your 2 best scorers, right? You need guys who can get you some points. And Pella could not score all game. He was 1 for 8, I believe, tonight.
Agreed.
Yep. And then you have Kyle Anderson out there who just can score in like special situations. Now you got Bam out there, like basically on his own trying to win this damn game. Burks, who is just a streaky ass shooter. And then Davion Mitchell, who I love Davion, but that's another guy who's not a scorer. Like, you did not put enough offensive firepower on the floor. You wrote a lineup that gave away a lead, and you rolled them into overtime. And honestly, like, yeah, you lost by 6 points. It probably should have been more. But anyway, so once again, you squander an opportunity. Like, if you really do care about making the playoffs, you squandered an opportunity to gain a half a game on the Chicago Bulls, gain a half game on your way to, maybe even securing an 8th seed. Now, like, they're securely, like, it's going to be very hard for them to get out that 9 or 10 spot, Kyle. So you're guaranteed to have to play at least 2 playing games. And so if you care about making the playoffs,
you made it harder.
You just made your life so much fucking harder than that.
The Hawks even gave a game away. And there have been 2 times this season in like the last 15, 20 games where the Heat have had an opportunity to move up in the standings since they care about the playoffs so much and to try to get to the 8th spot. And they just crap the games away. And some of these games, and I don't even want to blame the players. Some of this is decision-making by Spo. Like, you don't match size with size. You pull out your hot shooter and instead of continuing to play him until you shoot. To me, and I've always felt this way, if you're going to to have a guy on a heater, you don't pull him until he misses. And he had made multiple shots going down the stretch. I don't understand the decision making of that. I see we have a super chat though.
The super chat, thank you, Corey. Duncan turned the game in that third with his passing and scoring, yet they are trying to blame him. What are we doing? Bro, we have some of the dumbest fucking most brain dead fans you will ever see. Like, they are just so entrenched in their Duncan is trash or this person's trash. Like, they're not even watching the fucking games. Like, I'm just so like, I literally wish I wasn't on Twitter tonight because this game was fucking bad. But the Twitter fucking responses have made it even worse. I didn't even change my my header. It still says Luke Cornett Merchants from the Boston game.
Just a bad game.
Yeah, because I just, like listen, the experience tonight is just like between Spo, between Heat fans, like just ruined my fucking Saturday night. Why don't you? But Kyle, like it could have, like it was a good game. Like without Wiggins, without Hero, like this, like for the most part, for about 95% of this game, this was the best you could have hoped for.
Agreed. And I think I was saying I think the defense is what needed to be how they won this game. And for whatever reason, and that's why I didn't like the lineup. If you don't trust Ware late, that's so dumb because what you're telling me is the statement you made the other night about trusting him in late in games and trusting his defense, only not to play him 10 minutes. He didn't play the last 5 minutes of the game, and he didn't play the 5 minutes of the overtime. So minutes.
You have to stick with whatever. Like it's a league rule. You have to open overtime with whoever closed the fourth quarter. You have to.
Just insane to me. I didn't like the lineups. I know that they're limited. You know, Nico's out. Where's Wiggins is out. Tyler is out. So I get that, but you have a night where you should be playing Ware and you don't play him. I'm not saying he's a super fix, but if you at least get stops on defense, so you give yourself the best opportunity to win the game.
Kyle, the Brook Lopez lob at the end of the game does not happen with Khalil Ware out there.
Correct.
Or at least it's harder to do. Like Kyle Anderson offered nothing defensively. Pella was offering nothing offensively. Like there were moves to be made. Like, listen, and I and people like on me because of Duncan, because everyone knows I'm a Duncan stan. Like I enjoy watching Duncan Robinson play, but I was really like Highsmith when Kevin Porter Jr. is cooking you. Maybe Highsmith. Maybe when you can't get a rebound, when you can't get anything inside, when they're getting everything inside, maybe your 7-foot rookie who has been playing very well, like someone points out in the chat, Pelo Larson 1 for 8 tonight, 39 minutes. Khalil Ware 19. Like what the fuck, bro? What the fuck?
I don't get it.
Against a big team, we went. Who did we close with? Burks, Davion, and Pella.
And not only that, and this is what made me angrier. What made me angry is you have Bam having to do what he used to do, and there's an option where he doesn't have to do that sitting on the bench. That makes no sense to me. He can't guard Brook Lopez and Giannis at the same time. Like that makes no sense to me.
We went back to playing the way, like you said, we went back to playing the old way, and it's like I get it against a small team. Like let's say they pull Brook and like Khalil Ware is just out there like trying to guard threes. You know what I mean?
Right.
I get that, but they sat there and they gave you a reason to play Khalil Ware and Bam together. They gave you a reason to go to your strength, and you didn't. You didn't go to size.
Yeah, I don't get it.
And then like I said, you kept Pella in there, couldn't hit anything. So now you're already offensively challenged without Wiggins and without Hero.
I mean, the joke is this is a little light spot, but Kyle Kuzma hit the side of the backboard several times tonight.
Oh my God! Their best defense was a Kyle Kuzma 3.
Also, and I talked about the rest already, but again, this is where the game turns. They challenged the call, and I watched 5 times Davion Mitchell get smacked right in his chin, and they go, "Oh, well, the contact was initiated before." So in my head, I said, "Okay, wait. So because contact happened before, we're gonna negate the elbow after the initial contact?"
Yeah.
How does that work? How do you get a foul called for getting elbowed in the chin?
Bro, what I want to understand about the reviews, right? I want to understand how far back they can go in the review.
Agreed.
Because like it just feels limitless. Like, yeah, it was a foul, but Heisman stepped out of bounds in the first quarter, Bucks ball.
And and this is where I'm annoyed. How do you not call what you blew a whistle for? You're only supposed to be reviewing what you blew the whistle for. So you say, "Oh, well, we're not going to call that one. We're going to call this one." You don't get to eeny, miny, mo foul calls. You called a foul when you blew the whistle. So it didn't happen when the initial contact happened. So you don't get to call that foul, which, to be honest with you, I said it when I was on with Eternal. Just say you're covering parlays. Just say you're covering parlays. Whatever money line you're covering, just say you're covering that. You might as well tell us that instead of saying, "Well, the initial contact." No, don't give me that. You're covering something. You're covering somebody's money line. You're covering it clearly, because that makes no sense to me.
It's the inconsistency with the reviews. But you know what? I'm not blaming the refs tonight. I'm blaming Spo squarely. I'm just like, we've watched this time and time again, us lose overtime games, because we just do this thing where you got to stick with the guys who close the fourth, and it just doesn't make any sense. Like tonight, especially when they're running out Brook Lopez and they're running out Giannis, and you got Kyle Anderson out there as your power forward. Like I said, I like Kyle Anderson, but come the fuck on. You have Pella Larson, who couldn't hit the broadside of the barn. Listen, once again, I'm happy with what I saw from Bam. Like taking on one thing, you watch Bam and Giannis, they're battling back and forth. Giannis ain't covering Bam.
No.
Until the end of the game.
A couple of times he did. Bam scored on him.
Yeah, but until the end of the game, Bam is picking up the toughest defensive assignment, and he's scoring 30+ points. Like, if anything, like they're gonna finish in the 10th seed. I'm totally just okay with that at this point. And I don't think they can win 2 games, but maybe they do, maybe they don't. But when you talk about the future and like what's important, I do like to see that Bam is just more and more as a leader, as a voice of the team, is just taking things up on his back, taking things on his shoulders. I just wish sometimes Spo would give him more opportunities, and the team in itself would just, like Kyle Anderson taking the last shot for the Heat in the fucking fourth quarter. You fucking kidding me? Kyle, get the fuck off the floor. You fucking receding hairline.
I don't understand. And that made me mad, because I said, why is the ball not in Bam's hand to win this thing? Give the ball to Bam. That's who you go to. And for all the IQ that Kyle Anderson has, you don't go for the jumper yourself. You get Bam the ball, you move out the way, you clear you move everyone to the strong side, and you let him get a shot.
Let me lose on a Bam jumper. I do not want Kyle Anderson. What the fuck are you doing, bro? Get him out the fucking game. Like, why not? Oh my God, Spo. Like, fucking hell, man. Kyle, we've been doing so well lately, but I'm not fucking screaming at Spo about these fucking rotations. I'm not screaming at Spo about these fucking lineups, but you finally play a team who closes with 2 7-footers, and you decide Kyle fucking Anderson is the answer, and 3 guards. Like, Pella is not a small forward. Let's get the fuck off that bullshit.
I don't understand that either. I don't understand.
What is Pella, 6'4"?
He's 6'5".
Oh,
6'5".
he's not a 3. Like, come on, bro. They're big as shit. Kevin Porter Jr. is killing you. You got no offense. Like, what are we doing? Where's Haywood Highsmith? Where's Khalil Ware? You need offense. Where's Duncan Robinson until 1 minute left in the fucking game? Duncan, bail us out. And now the fucking brain dead idiots on Twitter are blaming Duncan Robinson. Like,
I don't understand how you can do that. There were bright spots to this game, and they kind of cooked them. They made this game more difficult than it had to be.
Way more difficult.
On a night where Alec Burks has 26, and where Dunk arguably kept them and helped them stretch the lead out in the third quarter, and then just I don't know what Spo was on. Like some of the there's I'm not going to talk about those minutes. That wasn't why we lost the game. We lost the game because
for the audio audience. Let's not forget. Corey McNaught in the chat says, "Let's not forget Terry was a -8 in 4 minutes. What a disastrous stretch."
Now hold on. So wait, we lost by 6.
It's Terry's fault.
-8. Yeah, you can't play him. And when I saw him on the floor, I was like, "Oh, what are we doing? What are we doing?" I would even have preferred Jaime play.
I don't get it. I just like at least Jaime. You're trying to figure out what's going on with the future. Like I don't get Terry, but
hell,
they didn't lose because of Terry.
Kashad play. Kashad, Chris. Like okay, so just for argument's sake here, guys who are two-way guys have 45 games to play on this season. The Heat have played their two-way guys a total of maybe 10 games total together, combined. I'm talking about Chris, Stevens, and Kashad. 10 games total combined. I don't know the resistance to playing young guys and using those minutes, especially on nights when you have them.
Well, I get it. What I get right now is like they're going to a playoff rotation. I get that, right? And I understand they're tightening things up because they're taking these games really seriously. But then you can't tell me that. And then in the last 4 minutes of the game and in overtime, you decide to throw all that shit out the window and play lineups that just I would like to know how many minutes. Like you're trying to solidify something here. I just want to know how many minutes the Burks, Pella, who else was out there? Burks, Pella, Kyle Anderson, Bam, and who was the fifth? Oh, Davion. I want to know how many minutes those guys play together. If you're saying if it's playoff rotation time and you're trying to solidify a win, that unit, how many minutes have they played together?
They're not well. One, you don't play them together in a regular situation, so I don't even understand why they were playing tonight. Because that lineup just won't work in the playoffs at all. Like rotation wise, even when you are short manned, playing 3 guards when the league itself is just size, like I don't understand that lineup at all.
Max in the chat says, when was the last time Duncan was part of a Heat win? No more Duncan, Terry, or JJJ unless it's absolutely necessary. Keep the same team that won 6 straight. I believe Duncan played in the first 3 games of that 6-game winning streak.
He did. And he was hitting some shots tonight. So
dude,
the spacing was needed, especially because Tyler is not here.
These people have the fucking memory of goldfish. Memory of goldfish. Like, when was the last time he was part of a Heat win? The first 3 fucking games of the 6-game winning streak. When was he the what is it? What's happening tonight?
Hey, you know what? We have 4 games left. We're either going to get put out of our misery and everybody can celebrate the 2 picks we get, or we're going to lose in the first round.
Like, what is going on with people?
Well, I'm not blaming Bam for this loss, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not doing that. I'm not you If you have to guard Giannis on one end and then guard everyone else on the floor at the exact same
dude,
time.
Anybody blaming Bam is tripping.
Max, no worries, bro. We're just frustrated about the game. To me, it's just one of those things where I'm not blaming Bam, where he has to guard the best player on the floor and then also secure a rebound with Giannis and Lopez in the front.
Listen, okay. What I will say, like everyone knows, I'm super hard on Spo. For them to be in this game for this long without Wiggins, without Hero, credit to Spo. Really good game plan. It just fucking completely fell apart in the fourth quarter again. And at some point, you gotta stop fucking falling apart in fourth quarters. You gotta stop being fucking. You gotta stop being fucking so stubborn with your lineups and whatever this philosophy is of whoever closes the fourth goes into overtime. Even the guys who closed the fourth quarter fucking lost the lead, right? Like that's at the end of the day, that's the biggest fucking problem. Like it's not even that they lost the game. It's the way they lost it. It's the fact that once again, like you're looking at Spohn, like why? We're all watching. Like I said at the beginning of the overtime, like, yo, why is Pella still out there? He hasn't played well all game. Where at the end of the fourth quarter, before the Brook Lopez alley-oop, I'm like, where's Khalil Ware?
Right.
Like if I can see it, why can't Spohn?
He gets stuck in thinking it works. And I said this on the last pod. I do not understand why late in games you either don't run something for your best player who's available or you move the ball well enough to get good shots. I don't understand running Kyle Anderson ISOs. Why would we run that? I don't understand why we go away from crisp ball movement that gets you the lead and then you stop doing that when you need to maintain the lead. I don't understand.
Like Kyle Anderson is a fun player for stints. Like we play him way too much. Like it is way too big a part of our offensive game plan. Kyle, because he can't play defense. He can't defend fucking anybody. Like nobody. He's out there as one of our bigs, and they just fucking pick on him.
And you know what? This makes me miss Nico. I hope y'all miss Nico.
Oh man, I appreciate Nico
because Nikola makes this a little bit different.
He's all the things that Kyle Anderson purports to be, without being a fucking huge defensive liability.
He's faster. He's a little bit quicker on the read. Just like the ability to make that decision faster because he has the ability to be faster. His passing, his playmaking, and his connection with Ware is an understated thing. You know, some of the plays tonight would have been Nico to Ware. You know, I think you play that three big lineup together.
Oh my God, we saw it for like 30 seconds all season, and it was glorious.
I miss it. Get well soon. Now, granted, I know, especially with a young player, you don't want to rush back anybody with any type of broken ligament. So I get that. However, hopefully he can be back soon, and
I wouldn't mess with him till next year. Max says, Duncan played during the 10-game losing streak. So did Bam and Tyler. Like a lot of guys played during the 10-game losing streak. Spo was a coach. Pat Riley was a president. Andy Ellisberg was a GM. Like,
yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I think the point of the matter is he was shorthanded tonight, and I think he had better decisions to make.
He was shorthanded tonight, and he made it worse somehow.
Yeah, so
he made it worse. There's a lineup you can play to close the fourth quarter that even without Wiggins and Hero doesn't look like the lineup we close with. Anyway,
you know what, guys? We have 4 games left, and we play.
Kyle, we're gonna finish at the 10th seed.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
It is 76ers, Chicago, New Orleans, and Washington. Those are our last 4 games.
We could sweep them all. I don't think it's going to matter. They're going to end up in the 9th or the 10th seed. They're going to have to win 2 games. They're going to have to beat Chicago, which Chicago's a super hot team right now, whether they get in the 9th or the 10th seed. And then they're going to have to win a game against, honestly, The Chicago game is going to be harder than who they ever if they have Orlando or the Hawks game, in my opinion. Right. Chicago's a hotter team right now. But it is what it is. Like this is 2 games in a row where they had a chance to win these games. I wasn't really mad at the Grizzlies game. I don't know why they just had that really super lazy switch.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I felt like Ware played as best defense as he could have. But aside from the push off, they're not going to call that late, especially on a superstar. Y'all could just hang that, that's not going to happen.
Kyle, to me, with a guy like Ja, it's too late at that point. The defense has to start before the contest.
Oh yeah, they got to pressure him all the way. Like I feel like in this particular late game play, I feel like the way that Davion picks up 94 feet, I would have loved for him to have picked up Ja 94 feet.
The fact that they didn't pressure 94 feet was super strange to me. The fact that they switched so lazily and so easily, somebody like you were worried about somebody else on the floor.
Yeah, it's Ja or bust, and I would not have.
Yeah, like Davion should have stuck to him like glue. I don't know why, and I don't know why Highsmith wasn't in the game at that point. Like I like Khalil Ware a lot, but at that point, a perimeter player was going to try to cook you. I would rather that was a time to go small,
right?
And that's the time we went with 2 bigs when we know their perimeter. Oh my! Anyway, it's Ja Morant. You want all your best perimeter defenders out there for the switch. The one guy they were looking for on the switch was Ware. Why was he? Why was he out there in that game and not tonight? Like, go.
And all right, Eric Spoelstra. Well, we're going to finish as 10th or 9th. Guys, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us on Saturday night and watching this team be as middling cooked as possible. 4 games left of the season. I guess we'll see what's happening. Game on Monday, I believe. Yeah, Monday.